guys, Dolly here. Welcome back to Gypsy Rose Papery. Today I have a flip through of a journal that I made for Janine. Hi Janine. So Janine had a very special request. She wanted a TN insert, but it had to be 8 by 11 because she has a larger cover, and she wanted not Wizard of Oz, but like a Wicked theme. She wanted specifically more of the Wicked Witch of the West rather than any of the other characters. And so there'll be 2 videos for this because there's 2 different TN inserts. This one is more of an herbal / crystals. So she's using these as part of a grimoire she's making, and so the cover itself would create the grimoire, and then the inserts would be the content inside. So this one was specifically for crystals and her herbal studies, and then the other one was going to be more for divination. They're very big and they're stuffed to the gills with ephemera and all kinds of stringies and all the good stuff. So that's why it'll probably be 2 videos, because it takes a long time to film just the one. So I'll try to get a close-up, but I can't really see the camera because I had to bring it up a bit higher. But basically I did all my sewing that I usually do all around, my crazy sewing. It's just a sari silk closure. I put a little Wicked key, and it's a fabric cover, this beautiful gold foiling fabric, and more crazy sewing. And I used a few digis in here, and I'll link them all down below, but right off the top of my head I believe I used Screech Owl Studios, a lot of her grimoire stuff. And then I also used Tsunami Rose, her Wildflower cards. And I'll move this to the side. So the front is a collage. So this textile here, it's like a paper that Janine sent me, and she sent me a couple of things that she wanted me to include. I just did a collage. This is some Tim Holtz paper that I fussy cut out the birds, some vine trim. I did a W for both the Wicked Witch of the West, and Janine's last name starts with a W. And any image that's not digital came from an actual book. This is a tuck spot and it has a tag. And again, I apologize if not all of it is in frame, but in the middle signature I did some charms, and then I did some boho beads. There's a variety of glass beads and all different kinds of charms everywhere. So yeah, let's get right into it. Move it over a little bit. Okay. So in the front, it's one of the book page pockets that I have a tutorial for a couple videos back. I'll link it at the end, and then some herbal type tags. So a big part of the challenge on this book was the pages are so big, so the stuff that I usually use to decorate the pages really didn't go far, or it seemed kind of tiny in comparison to the page. And the other challenge is that because this is going to be used for actual writing, I wanted to be careful about anything I permanently attach to the page, or any actual embellishments on the page, because I didn't want it to interfere with her being able to write. And she likes junk journals too, so I figured that she would also want to put her own kind of spin on her pages. And so I stuck mostly to sewing on the edges of the page, and there's a lot of movable parts in this book that I'll show you as I go along. So this is just some stenciling. And I did some of my metallic, I don't know if you could catch it in the light there, beautiful metallic springs, tattered angels, and this is a printout from Screech Owl Studios. I just included some pages for her for extra journaling. And here's just the lace tuck spot. One of my boho bead charms. And the other challenge of this book is that it wasn't just for herbal, it was also for crystals. And so it was hard to find like stuff I usually find, like ephemera or stamps, or just something that would relate somehow to crystals. So I came up with these shaker envelopes because they have glittery stuff inside, and they're made out of vellum. And this one just has the Tsunami Rose card. But I will have a tutorial on these shaker envelopes hopefully next week. But I just thought they were super fun. And I did some stamping. So I stuck mostly to wildflowers and kind of herbal type plants because I learned quickly that herbal can go to floral really quick if you're not careful. So and that was in there, just a tuck spot. And I used Tim Holtz botanical set, another Tsunami Rose card, and this is a shaker, and the leaves kind of move around, and it's a vintage mushroom postcard. This is a beautiful botanical illustration, sample illustration that is from a book page that Serene Bookworks gave me. So thank you, Kim. I love it. So pretty. This is one of the gold foil embossing cards that I made, and so it's kind of like a two-sided journaling card because she can journal on the back and then she can journal over the vellum too if she'd like. And she loves vellum and glassine, so I tried to include a lot of those. This is just another book page pocket. There's some metallic spring stenciling in the back, and just a little bead charm with a moon face. This Mr. Toto, who is one of my favorite characters in the movie, even though she was like, she didn't really care whether or not I put anything from Oz in here. I had to put Toto because he's so cute. And this is washied to the page with washi that she sent me. And so this is what I was talking about as far as being careful not to put permanent type things onto the page because I wanted her to be able to write. So here she can write, and this is washied on. She can leave it here and write on here and then hide it, or she can pull off the washi without any damage whatsoever and kind of move it around the book however she likes. Here is some herbal, an herbal guide that she sent me, and I did a fabric seam on it so I could sew it in as a signature. This is a pocket made with a page from the Wicked book. And this is from Screech Owl Studios, I believe, and it's the Candle Magic paper with candle correspondences or color correspondences on there. Here is another shaker envelope and a tag, and this just has some extra paper from Tsunami Rose. And all the paper is coffee dyed. Here again are those movable components. Washied in are 2 Tsunami Rose tags. And this is some Sari silk, and it has a little pin with some beads and a button. Some stenciling, another movable book page pocket with a charm, and then I just did some sort of collaging with some herbal type paper. I use this again to kind of show the crystal side. It's nice and glittery, and you can kind of write and then cover it. It'll look so pretty. Here's another shaker envelope, and it has a card. She sent me these cards. She wanted included in there, and so I backed them onto coffee dyed cardstock. More pages from the Oz book, and I included a white butterfly because white is her favorite color. Another book page pocket for the charm, and this here is a pocket. Another beautiful card, and this is the image that I used on my vintage Valentine's journal, and she loved it, and so I just printed a bigger version and included it in here for her. Some stamping, another boho bead, but I thought this was funny because if you can see it, I don't know, it looks like a little witch, like the hat and the green face in her dress. It just totally by accident, but I caught it later and I was like, that is so funny. Hopefully I can get this back in here. Oops. There we go. I put some, like a poppy specimen card, and I found this on Pinterest because in the movie poppies play a role in one of the scenes. Another journaling card and beautiful image. All these vintage lady images I found on Pinterest. This is just a vellum page that flips up. A little tag with a button on a pin. Another little button bead charm. Page pocket. This is another pocket that I made, and these are from Calico Collage. I think this is her Hallowed Gothic, I think, kit, which is a great kit. Some trim, another movable component, some reverse stenciling with metallic spray, some vintage book page pockets, and this is another shaker envelope with some extra paper, and another journaling card, the vellum and the foil. And this is the middle signature, the middle of the signature, and there's a little bead charm in the middle. Some paper from Screech Owl Studios. And some stenciling. And this is a little envelope made for me by Pink Oddbird, and it was green and it was kind of herbally type pattern, and so I thought it was perfect in here. So thank you, April. This is another shaker pocket where the leaves move, and then this is a mushroom cutout, and there's something in this one. And a little wicked charm with some lace on a garment pin. I did some die cutting and I metallic sprayed it and stamped it. It's a glass bead. Another vellum page. And here I made a pocket with some floral type paper, and then I had a bicycle, so I thought that was cute and I put it in there. But another one of those cards, and this image is one of my favorites. She's dancing by the lake. And this one I put quite a few Screech Owl pages, herbs and tinctures, and on this side it has description, the parts used, medical purposes, all that stuff. So I thought that was really useful. And so all these loose pages, if she wanted, she could kind of pull them all out and make her own little kind of workbook if she wanted to. But I left them in here in case she wanted to washi any of them into the actual book. This is some Tim Holtz paper. I made a pocket, and this is I I always say Mucha painting. It's one of my favorite images of his. Goes in there. Another component that is removable. This is from the book, and it's a little tuck spot. And then this one is again quite a few pages from Screech Owl and its crystals. And it goes inside this pocket here. One of my favorite pages, a vellum page, just a little tuck spot, and there is some beads on a garment pin, a little die cut, another book page library pocket, another charm. This one is a flip out also. The other side of those herbal pages she sent. Reverse stenciling. Glassine bag. And another one of those lovely vintage images from Pinterest. It's a bunch of girls by the lake. Other side of that beautiful vintage book page Serene Bookwork sent me. Another one of April's April's envelopes. It's getting late. This is some ginkgo. Some more pages from Screech Owl. These ones say spell, and on the other side it has other categorizing if you needed help with categorizing. And this one is the only one I actually glued to the book, and another Screech Owl printout. And then I put a pocket in the back, and this is Tim Holtz paper. And then I have some, I think this is Graphic 45, and it's a J and a W because those are her initials. So that is it for this flip through. Janine, I really hope that you get use out of this and that you enjoy it. And hopefully I'll have the other one up sooner than later. I still need to finish up just a couple of last minute details, and then it should be good to go as well. So I hope you enjoyed this flip through, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!